He's just chilling, hanging out. This is Mouse. Mouse is awake today. Today's video, I really felt like I would like to make a video on essential ferret supplies. You know that when I was getting my ferrets, I didn't know like what's important to get, what's not important, what can wait, what do I need now. I didn't know. I did research and I came up with a list. Here's my list before we get any further into this video. Again, I will go into details on the supplies later on in the video, but I just want to give you the list first so that I don't talk, get off topic, and you're waiting like 13 minutes to figure out the list. First is doing your research, and once you do your research and you feel like, okay, a ferret is still for me, then the next step would be looking into cages. You need a carrier. You're going to need ferret food. You're going to need ferret food bowls, ferret water bowls, a few bids to go into the cage. You're going to need, you don't have to get the most toys, but a few toys is best so that your ferret's not coming home to no toys. He got his first bath the other day. The most expensive things when it comes to getting a ferret is the ferret itself and then the cage. So ferrets cost $200. And then when you're getting a ferret, you cannot just get one. Really social animals, and they thrive better in a really social environment, so you have to at least get two. If you adopting a ferret is actually cheaper, but it's around $200 for a ferret. Next most expensive thing will be the cage. You have to find a cage that is big enough for your ferret to be in if he's going to be in it. I suggest Ferret Nation cage. Mine's a little messy right now, but this is the cage that I would suggest. Once you get this cage, you won't have to question if it's too small. This cage is big enough if your ferrets are going to be in the cage. Oh, you're a big boy. I'm getting kisses. Oh, I'm getting more kisses. Thank you. My first mistake was I got a paw hut cage with like 3 levels, and for 2 ferrets it was just small. For 1 it probably would have been fine, but for 2 it was small. Going to need a Ferret Carrier. So actually this is the carrier. I did not want this carrier because my other ferrets had this carrier, so this is something that I knew, like, no, I want a carrier. This is the best option, and this is the carrier you should get when it comes to a carrier for a ferret, because it is more durable. They cannot bite or scratch through this. Now, this is the carrier that I brought my ferrets home in, and my other ferrets had this, and they scratched all of this out, scratched the inside, so eventually this is not going to last as long. Also, with the carrier, it's important that you have the carrier not only so they can go to the vet, but when you're bringing your ferret home. Now, the pet store, because I got mine from the pet store, I'm just gonna say the pet store. The pet store will give you like this paper box. I actually saw at a shelter they do it too. They give you this paper box, and your ferret is going to scratch and bite and poke his head through, and if you're getting your ferret by yourself and you don't have nobody else in the car, it's going to be hard. Even with 2 people in the car and you have somebody helping you, it's still going to be hard. So your best bet to prepare for a ferret is get a carrier so you can put them in there, and it's going to make the ride home easy from when you first bring them home. It's going to make it easier, and then eventually you're going to need one when your ferret goes to the vet. These carriers, your best option is to get it off of Amazon, because they go from like $17 to $30. They don't have to be expensive, whereas in the pet store they're actually $50, period. There's no in between. This cage, bidding is not necessary, so I already even saved you even more money. The only thing that I use bidding or litter is the litter box. You can get away with pee pads, but if you would like to try it anyway, then just get like 1 or 2 litter boxes and get the litter. But if you're going to get a Ferret Nation cage, you don't even have to worry about bidding, so just get litter for litter boxes so they can go to the bathroom. Pee pads at the bottom. See? You could put down pee pads. More than good enough, because my ferrets, they use it on the side of the litter box, they use it in front of the litter box, behind the litter box, but they won't use the litter box. So at this point, it's like, I'm gonna just use a pee pad. Next on the list is Ferret Food. Decide what food you want your ferret to eat for the rest of his life. Is the food bowls and the water bowls. I have a few food bowls because I used to have the bin feeders that go on the cage, and you can just fill it up and you don't have to worry about putting food in your ferret's cage for like a week. Over to a bowl. This is a heavy bowl so that they don't just tip it around. Water bowls that actually attach to the cage. I would say when you get your food bowls and water bowls, get something that attached to the cage, because not only does it save space, but your little furry ferret cannot push it all around and make a huge mess. But people think that, oh, I'm gonna get this so he don't dig. No, they can stand up and still dig in it. So that's just that one bit. But yeah, so you want to make sure you have the cage. You want to make sure you have a carrier. You want to make sure you have pee pads, litter, or bedding, whichever one you decide to use. Then you want to make sure you have your ferret food, and you want to make sure you have your food bowls and your water bowls. And that's it. That's your essential supplies. I did get a few toys. You do not have to get all the ferret toys right away, but I got one for the cage. I plan to give them more, but for now they have this. I see them play with it a little bit, but they're not crazy about it. A few balls with bells in it, and that'll do. You don't have to worry about getting a tube right away, because the tubes are like $20. But if you have an extra $20 to get it, then get it. Great. But if you're watching this video and you're trying to see what you can get now and what can wait to save you money and to help you budget, then I'm telling you, grab a few toys, a few balls with bells, because they're not expensive, a few little tennis balls for like tiny toy dogs, and you will be totally fine. When it comes to the cage, of course you want your ferret to be comfortable, so when you buy the cage you should grab like 2 hammocks, and that's it. More kisses. This is Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I'm still working on my cage, but it's good enough for now. Thanks for watching. I will be back with another ferret video. Comment down below if you have any questions that you would like me to answer, have any specific videos that might help you out, or you can comment any video ideas where you would like to see how I do it. If this video really helped you, peace. We will see you next time.